Ever wonder why some celebrities' eyes look empty? Like something's watching you through them? I'm about to tell you why. What I witnessed haunts me every night when the clock hits 3 a.m. The elite's playground isn't what you think. It's much, much worse. I know, because I was there. And what I saw, well, reality isn't what you believe it is. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell now. Trust me, this video might not stay up long. They monitor everything. I worked for someone whose power makes billionaires look like peasants. A nameless puppeteer who controls everything you consume, everyone you admire. My job? Let's just say I kept secrets buried and problems handled. I never questioned anything until that cursed invitation arrived. Consider this a gift, my boss said with that empty smile that never reached his eyes. You've earned this. The invitation was to the most exclusive, gathering one of those parties where even mentioning it online gets your account shadow banned. You've seen the rumors, the ones they aggressively fact-check into oblivion. The mansion wasn't just massive, it was wrong somehow. The angles didn't make sense. The shadows moved when they shouldn't. Security confiscated my phone, sealing it in this bizarre bubble device that pulsed with strange light. One guard whispered, "Nothing leaves. Nothing." I wasn't there to mingle with hollow-eyed celebrities. I was hunting for truth in the shadows. For 2 hours, I watched the beautiful people deteriorate into something. Their masks slipping more with each drink. The drinks, oh God, the drinks. Neon colors that don't exist in nature, served by waitstaff with eyes that reflected light like animals. They pushed them hard. "You're not drinking?" the bartender asked, her smile stretching impossibly wide. "Everyone drinks here. Everyone enjoys themselves." Her teeth seemed too numerous, too sharp. "Bathroom first," I mumbled, feeling her eyes burning into my back as I escaped. The party's suffocating energy drove me outside. From the balcony, I watched the pool party below, a writhing mass of bodies, moving in unnatural synchronicity. But something drew my attention to the tree line, a hatch in the ground. Men dragging heavy black bags toward it. 3 bags, sagging with unmistakable weight, human weight. They worked with practiced efficiency, like they'd done this hundreds of times. They disappeared underground except one who carefully disguised the entrance, scattering leaves and debris with methodical precision. My throat closed up. I grabbed a passed-out girl's drink, poured it out, filled it with my water, and pretended everything was normal. For 10 excruciating minutes, I studied that spot in the forest, memorizing its location. Then a hand clamped my shoulder, a security guard with pupils like vertical slits. "You shouldn't be here," he growled, voice distorting like a glitching audio file. The icy water shocked my system as I surfaced, forcing laughter like a drunk partygoer. Inside, my mind raced. I had to reach that hatch. I spent 2 hours pretending to enjoy myself, watching guards patrol patterns. When the moment came, I slipped into darkness, heart threatening to explode from my chest. The forest seemed to whisper as I searched. 10 minutes of panic before finding it. A metal door cleverly hidden beneath forest debris. It opened with an otherworldly groan. The tunnel below stank of copper and something ancient. Dim lights cast shadows that seemed to move independently. Every instinct screamed to turn back, but I pressed on. Voices approached. I flattened against the wall as people in pizza delivery uniforms passed by. But those weren't pizza boxes. Too heavy, awkwardly shaped, branded with logos that warped slightly when I looked directly at them. When they left, I entered the room they'd come from. Boxes filled with CDs, each meticulously labeled with names and dates. Names you'd recognize. Dates that made no sense, some from the future. I pocketed 2, my fingers burning with unexplainable cold where they touched the discs. Deeper in the tunnel, I found a red-lit room that defied physics. The walls breathed, symbols pulsed on the floor, symbols that hurt my eyes when I tried to comprehend them. A sound like backwards chanting filled the air. There they sat, faces from magazines, screens, and billboards. Not partying, waiting, and among them, my boss, completely comfortable, like he'd been here 1,000 times before. Young men were brought in, collared like animals. My boss casually propped his feet on one like furniture. What followed broke something in my mind. Rituals impossible to describe with human language. Acts that seemed to bend reality itself. The worst part? These monsters wore familiar faces, people you trust, people your children admire. Their eyes completely black as they chanted words that made my ears bleed. I fled, clutching those CDs like lifelines. Back home, I tried accessing them but got an error. PIN required, compatible device not detected. The discs needed special hardware technology that shouldn't exist yet. I kept working for my boss, watching his inhuman smiles with new understanding. Every celebrity interview now looks like a hostage video to me. The hand gestures, the phraseology, it's all coded communication. You think this is fiction? Look at your favorite star's eyes in their latest video. Really look. See that emptiness? That's not drugs or exhaustion. Something else is looking back at you. The world you see is a cardboard cutout. Behind it waits something ancient and hungry. I've seen it. Now you know too. What will you do with this knowledge? Because they're already aware you're watching this. They always know. And sometimes, when you think you're alone, so do the shadows.